Hello.
Hello, good evening.
You all right?
Fine, thank you. And your good self?
Yeah, all good, mate. Thank you. And hello to everyone joining us.
Yeah, hi everybody in the chat.
As you can
Good
see.
evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
Yeah.
I hope you're all well.
Yeah, how is everybody? What's everybody up to?
As you can see, it's just Chris and my good self. Chris and myself.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You are good.
Only sometimes.
You're better than me, mate.
Put it this way, I don't think I'm on Santa's nice list.
I've never been on that one.
No. No fun, is it?
No. They're all coming in now, look.
Yeah, got a good few popped in. Say hello.
Yeah. I'll start. I did see last night when I put the stream up, people, I think James to Boldly Go was first.
All right.
Closely followed by Skullfish.
Keen then.
And then, but the trouble is it all gets deleted. So I've only got up to like from 4:30 today. But I think.
Why does it delete it then?
I haven't got a clue, mate. I haven't got a clue.
Is that YouTube?
I don't know if it's YouTube or a StreamYard thing. I really don't know.
All right.
I haven't got a clue, mate.
Oh well, we got a good few in now.
Yeah. So I'll start because the first one in today was Hobby Time at 4. Well, about 4:30.
Hi, Hobby Time.
Say hi, guys. Hi, Hobby Time. You right, mate?
Hope you're well.
And then next in was Mark Shellard, and I think Mark's a bit cold because he's saying put the heating on, it's freezing.
Bit cold, is it, Mark?
Bit nippy.
Got your thermals on.
And then Housey's in saying evening to everyone in chat.
Hello,
Hope you're
Dave.
all well. Hi, Dave. You right, mate?
Hope you're well.
And Paul Price. I think Paul Price was another one that was in last night when I put it
All
in.
right. Morning, Paul.
Hi, Paul. You right, mate? How's he saying hi to Paul? Pete's there. Oscar Modding. Good morning,
Hi,
evening. Mark and Paul Housey and team. Hello, mate. Hope you're on the mend.
Yeah, you're getting back to normal after your spill.
Yeah. Really, it's never nice, is it?
No.
Rash and shit like that.
Horrible.
And James is back in to Boldly Go, and he's going multilingual on us. He's gone Guten Abend. That's good evening in German.
Hey, potato. Oh, we'll say.
Are you You're talking that funny talk again, aren't you?
Yeah, I just said hello in Swedish.
Pete's saying it's cold and wet in Oz today.
It must be their winter now, I would have thought.
Well, yeah, because we've got summer, but we've had amber weather warning here today.
It's not much of a summer. Well, we had the summer in May. It was about 30 degrees for 2 weeks, and that was it.
From what I'm hearing, news weather-wise, it's not getting much better anytime soon. So,
I don't matter. I'm back to work next week, so
yeah,
it can rain as much as it likes.
Who else is here? Everyone's just saying hello to everyone else. Let's see. Skullfish is there. That's Jason saying evening. Hi, Jason.
How you doing, mate?
Terry's there. Hobby Barn.
Hi, Terry.
You right, mate?
Hope you're well.
He's saying hello to everyone. Bob's there. Hello, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Who else? Dave's saying hi, Abe and Chris again. We've seen him and Mark stream just now, didn't we?
Yeah.
Bob's asking where the rest of us are. I haven't got a clue, mate. When we finished Tuesday, they said they were off out tonight, and we haven't heard nothing all week since. So
no.
So we thought we'd just go it alone, see how it went.
I haven't heard nothing from Sue, Paul, or Richie all week.
Nope.
I suppose they're on holiday, so it's not unusual, but
Yeah.
but they're okay. That's all that matters, as long as nothing's happened.
Yeah, as long as they're all right.
But like I say, Paul did say that they were going out tonight. So
Yeah, he did, didn't he? As soon as we finished Tuesday.
yeah,
They may be off out tonight. So I just took it that they were out. So you just got us tonight, I'm afraid.
yeah, I got those ugly mugs to put up with. But
I've lost one. Chat's jumped. There it is. Tron's there saying good evening all. Hope you're all well.
Hi, Tron.
Hi, Tron. You okay, buddy?
Hope you're well.
Dominic Cuckoo's there as well.
Hi, Dom.
Hi, Dominic. And Keith, the whole 247.
Hello, Keith. How you doing, mate?
Hello, mate. How's your first week with your new hours gone?
Yeah, I was going to say, how's your new hours going?
David Robinson's there. Hello, David. You right, mate?
Hello, David.
Dan Usher. Hi, Dan. You right, mate?
Hi, Dan. How you doing?
Oh, he said hello to the dynamic duo up there. I don't think there's anything dynamic about me and Aid.
No, I was going to say he's
Certainly not aerodynamic. Anyway,
we were in shape, just
Hey?
pear shaped. We got a shape. It's just pear shaped. That's all it
you
is.
got the aerodynamics of a brick.
Yeah, I'm like as aerodynamic as a fridge freezer.
Well, when I used to play football, they used to call me the fridge. Paul Christopher's there saying, evening, fellow modelers.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Paul. You all right, mate? Jamesy boy's there.
Hi, James.
Hi, James. You all right, mate?
Who else is in?
Apparently, aliens are running YouTube.
Aliens?
Yeah. Paul Christopher was third in when I put it up last night.
Ah, well, there you go then.
I remember seeing names, and then I didn't. To be honest, I didn't get any sleep at all last night. I've had issues with sleep at the minute, so I went to bed and couldn't settle. So then I ended up going downstairs and watching telly.
So what's this business of aliens running YouTube then?
I don't know, mate. Oh, it could be to do with the deleting of the chat.
You are?
The deleting of the chat.
Wow, I see.
Could be. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Yeah. Philip Civitar's there saying evening, Chris Aid, and everybody in chat. Hello, Philip. You all right, mate?
Hey, Philip. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Tron saying he's picked up a slight case of heat stroke, dehydration.
I'm glad you corrected yourself. I was starting to worry then.
You need to get plenty of liquids inside you, mate.
Yeah.
It's not good, heat stroke.
Hobby Time's back saying hi, guys. Hi, Hobby Time.
Hi, Hobby Time.
James is saying strokes are a sort of point to Tron. Just chatting amongst themselves. Sluggo's there saying
hello, Sluggo. How you doing, mate?
Hi, mate. Just chatting. James VC's there. Evening, morning, Chris and Aid and the chat. Hi, James.
Hi, James.
It's morning where he's to. See,
is he in the land of Oz as well?
He's out that way, I believe. Before I say morning to everyone, Petra's there. Hello, Petra.
Hi, Petra. How you doing?
I haven't messaged. I meant to message Petra back the other day, and I sorry, Petra, I will get to it.
You've got a bit of a manic week, though, haven't you?
Well, yeah, Mum's been in for treatment, and that was a bit of a nightmare, but it's all sorted now. And then, unbeknown to me, the scaffolders turned up to start putting the scaffold up for the roof, which I didn't know they were coming, and it's all just been a bit like it this week. And I had to go down Mum's and do some jobs around the house for her, fix her windows and stuff. And I've just been running around like a blue ass fly this week. I will message you, Petra.
Blue ass fly. You what?
What did you say?
I said like a blue ass fly.
Yeah, it's been a bit like it. I think I've lost a stone this week.
What, did you empty your shoes?
Eh?
Did you empty your shoe?
No, I had a big poo.
Oh, there you go then.
I've lost where I am now.
Didn't you say Han was in?
Yeah, Han's there. Hi, Han. You all right, mate?
Hi, Han. Hope you're doing well.
Mark Shellard says it's the Chuckle Brothers. To me.
To you.
To me.
Which one's the dead one then?
Well, I think me and you both got a list as long as our arm that could possibly finish us off.
One of us could fall off the perch at any time.
Yeah.
It could be a live death.
I'm just saying that's some perch mind if we're on it.
Yeah, well, I'm talking big log, like proper.
He's saying it's been good. No pulling heavy pallets or bending down to put stock out on the bottom shelves. Oh, he's living the dream now, isn't he? Just frostbite now, Keith, innit?
Yeah. David saying summer's back for us, Chris, at the end of next week, apparently.
Oh, is it? I'm only showing that my dad told me, but he's about as reliable as Michael Fish when it comes to weathers. Is that
There's only one certain way of knowing what the weather's going to be.
Yeah.
That's looking out the window when you get up in the morning. That's
it.
it.
Well, we got a little Lundy Island that looks out from my mum's house.
Yeah.
And they say, what was it they say? If you can't see Lundy, it's going to rain, and if you can see Lundy, it's raining.
Sounds a bit ominous.
Lundy plain, sign of rain. That's what they used to say.
All right.
Craig Dukes is there. Hi, Craig. You back off
Craig.
your holiday? He's been on holiday. He's been up doing his mountain things, isn't he?
That's right. He's been up the peaks, isn't it? I think.
At the peaks, yeah.
Hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
He's back on the Victory now, I would have thought then.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that because he's
back on the gluing them copper panels on.
Sluggo saying he's just finished his Corsair and he thinks he's all planed out, 8 in a row, including 4 World War I planes. Think I'll do a 1/6 Nosferatu next.
Nosferatu, that's the old-fashioned Dracula, isn't it? Nosferatu.
Is it? Okay.
The black and white one where he's going to whatever it is.
I didn't know that, mate. I don't understand that sort of thing, really.
Well, that's what I think it is. But
Wayne Saunders is there saying, "Hi guys, where's Sue?" We think they've gone out, Wayne. That's what we were told Tuesday after the live. So I don't know.
Well, that's a good way of getting away from. If you've done that many planes, You need a complete and utter change.
Yeah, he done 4 with his boys. He done 4 peaks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Craig did.
That's right, yeah. I remember him saying he was going to the peaks, or I can't remember what they were called now, but he did say.
Jamesy boy saying, "Tell your mum we're asking for her, Chris." Yeah, I will do, mate. I'll speak to her tomorrow. I don't, I don't know whether she'll be in tomorrow, but I will. I speak to her every day on the phone.
So what's everybody else building at the moment?
Dave's wishing Maggie well. I'll wish Maggie well for Christmas. Yeah, I will do, Dave. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for that. Petra's saying that's okay, Chris. No worries. Hi, everyone. Andy Preston's in saying, hi, everyone. What have I missed? Yeah, I missed nothing, mate. We've just been talking. Andy. No, nothing really. Sluggo saying, James is saying, hope you find your stone, Chris. I don't. The doctor keeps telling me I need to lose more stones. And Sluggo says, Chris, please say hello to your mum, the lovely Maggie, mate. I will do, mate. I appreciate that. Stephen Haynes is there. Hi, Chris and Aid. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
You all right, mate? I bet Stephen's off to the Avon show tomorrow because it's the Bristol Avon show tomorrow. That's a good little show, that is. We went last year. Lovely little show, that is.
How far's Bristol for you, then?
Hour and 3/4. But
fair old trek, then.
Yeah, if I had a license, mate, I'd be driving up there tomorrow morning. It wouldn't bother me.
Is it quite a big show?
It's not Telford size, but it's a nice size. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, not sort of overwhelming.
Yeah, there's nice trade stands in there, and there's some nice displays in there as well. So it's
good.
Yeah, it's a nice show. Really enjoyed it last year. Like I said, if I wasn't on a driving suspension, I would be going tomorrow.
Yeah, but you're not on a driving suspension, are you? You're on the sick. You can't drive because of your.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to drive. I'm not allowed to drive.
The driving suspension sounds like you've had your driving license taken away by the police.
Oh yeah, no, I've not been a naughty boy.
Not this time.
No, I've only ever had one speeding ticket, and that wasn't so long ago.
No, I'm only joking.
It took them 20 odd years to catch me.
Yeah. What you call value for money.
Yeah. Gary's there.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary. You right, mate? I'm still thinking.
You let you out the shed.
Yeah, let you out the shed. Jamesy boy, Barry Chuckle, rest in peace. Yeah.
Is that George in there? GK27.
Yeah. Hi, George.
Hi, George. How you doing, mate?
Dan says, very true, chaps. Your time's up when your time's up. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Right. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Paul Christmas says, if the screen freezes, we're all going to think the worst.
Well, we got a little. If the screen freezes and you think the worst, that's when the wake begins. So we'll have a drink.
Yeah. And there's only one person that can turn this stream off, and that's me. So if I go, you've all got to sit there and watch it develop.
It's going to be a Tommy Cooper moment on YouTube. Of course, that's a few years ago since that old boy left us, isn't it?
Yeah. He was brilliant. He was.
He certainly was. He was a genius.
Bob's trying to get his sock off. Thinks it stuck to his knob. Are you cold as well, Bob? He must be cold. He's used it as a willy warmer, isn't he? I'm sure I saw Stephen say he was off.
Well, I've just spent the last 10 minutes trying to defog a spotlight.
Yeah.
And I looked on the instructions and the two outer ones are fogged. Oh, well.
Mark Shallard says, take a pee outside. If there's a splashback, it's windy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know that that's right, Mark. All saying hello.
James is saying same thing where some of my relatives live, Chris. In Yvan, you see the Isle of Craig, and they say if it's raining, you can't see it. And if you can see it, it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Because this chat doesn't half jump a lot, doesn't it?
It does, mate. It does. I'm sure I saw Stephen say that he's going to Bristol show tomorrow.
All right.
I can't see it now. Slogo saying, yes, Nosferatu, 1922 silent film, archaic Romanian words, synonymous with vampire. He is the first cinematic vampire.
Yeah. You should know that one, Chris, because the Fast Show used to do it.
Is that the black and white sketch they used to do?
Yeah, the black and white sketch with the vampire, and he used to go and the woman was screaming, and then they used to do sort of like toothpaste adverts out of it and all sorts of crap, and the woman would get up and say, or like she'd scream, and when he's hanging over her like this, and he'd say, then she'd get up, she'd scream and say, do you mind moving? I'm busting for a pee.
I've not seen that.
It's on the Fast Show he used to do it.
Yeah.
But it is a very famous... I didn't realise they did a model of it. Is it a kit or is it a 3D printed thing, Sluggo?
Dan Asher's back on the buff, and unusually for me, got the Airfix Firefly on the go. Doing this one as Joe Elkins mount from the Northamptonshire Yeomanry.
Nice. James is saying I lost £10 once. Bloody hell, was in my jeans pockets.
Dominic's doing the last thing tomorrow on the AMG Mercedes. I'll see if I can post those in the photos before Tuesday. Yeah, it'd be good to see him, Dominic.
Yeah, Stephen Ains saying, yes, he's going, Chris, to Bristol.
Yeah, I thought I saw it. Dan's going as well. Look, Dan Usher's going. That's a shame.
The gaffer has informed me that we can go tomorrow. Nice.
It's a good show. It really is. It's not so intense as Telford.
Is it just a Sunday job or is it a 2-day job?
It's just tomorrow.
Just Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Dan, about the speed awareness course. They just sat there and made an example of me because I'm HGV driver.
Jackie LFC's in, Gerard.
Hello, Jackie. Hello to Chris and Steve. I think she means you, Aid. I think you're Steve now, mate.
Am I Steve, am I? Stevie Gerard.
Yeah. Good player he was.
He was a good player.
She's Jackie and Lee by the looks of it. Hello, Jackie and Lee. Thanks for joining.
Hello, Lee.
Oh, Dan wasn't bothered. Myself, he's off to Donington next weekend. What's up there next weekend, Dan?
Is it touring cars?
Could be.
Actually, it might be. No. When's the British? Because the MotoGP's at Silverstone, isn't it? Or do they have that at Donington?
Or was it BSB? British Superbikes this weekend, isn't it?
ETCC, yeah. Chris and Aid, Dave's asking, what kits are you working on mostly at the moment? Well, I finished my Tunham, and I was going to start the Lanson, the Saab Lanson, but I was waiting for bits for it, so I've started. Almost finished. I've got the Metro 6R4 chassis all buttoned up and engine detailed as much as I can. And today I've got the shell decaled.
It's looking well, that, mate.
Yeah, it looks all right. I'm pleased with it. Lovely kit. Had a bit of a faff with the decals on one side. I was putting the because they have made a mistake with the decals on this car.
Yes.
Because it's supposed to say Malcolm Wilson and Nigel Harris, and it says Angel Harris for some reason, or Angle Harris.
It was. I believe there's another misprint with it there somewhere as well. Or it might have been the Rothmans one.
But anyway, they've gone on, and but I was doing it, and I picked the shell up to move it, and then put it to one side, and then about 3 minutes later, I looked in. I thought, well, where's the bloody decals? I'm sure I've done them decals, and I looked at my finger, and the Michelin and the Angel Harris decal was on my thumb. So I had to peel it off my thumb, put it in decal solution, unwrap it, and put it back on again.
And I'm not working on anything at the minute. I've got about as much mojo as a stiff in a coffin at the minute. It's just absolutely gone. My mojo. Well, we'll get it back. It'll come back. I'm just not going to force it.
No, that's the thing with mojo. If it's not there, it's not there. It's no point forcing it.
Bought another Fender airbrush this week, eh?
Oh, don't stop your buying.
No. That's the mojo I've got at the minute. I'm just like buy and sell. I mean, there was a point earlier in the week where I could have quite easily put the lot on eBay for sale and walked away from it all. That's how bad it got.
And then I had a little word in his shell, like.
Told me the error of my ways.
Yeah, in no uncertain terms.
I think Dan's going truck racing and convoy in the park.
Oh, right, that'll be cool. Truck racing.
We were supposed to be going to a truck racing meeting because my nephew and his partner they do the marshalling, and they were going to get us tickets. Well, it's not ever materialised.
Didn't you say that? What's his name from the Isle of Man? TT rider was doing truck racing. What's his name? Phil.
No. John McGuinness is racing up there.
John McGuinness, that's it. That's it. Yeah, he's supposed to be
doing the other night, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking quite a bit of truck racing back in the day when Barry Sheen was doing it, when he packed his bike racing up.
I love it.
It's good to watch.
I was watching some Euro stuff the other day. But it's all they're all proper race things now. I can remember the days where they just used to rock up after a week's work, put a number on it, and go racing.
That's right, on it's the trailer and get out on the track.
And it's like, boss, about your lorry. She needs a few panels.
Yeah, and some new tyres.
Mark Shallot says there actually was a website with cameras inside the coffin so you could actually watch them.
What, decompose?
Well, I'm guessing, yeah.
What was that called then? that's a slow burn, that one, isn't it? That's definitely, it's not.
That's a rotyourfamily.com.
That's yeah.
Saying hello.
Sluggo's saying that Nosferatu is the 100th anniversary 1/6 Monarch kit.
Oh, right.
I wouldn't mind doing something like that.
Jamesy boy's been mostly eating cheesy peas this week. Another Fast Show fan.
Oh, I love it.
You ain't seen me, right?
Right, you ain't seen me, right? Brilliant.
Oh, he's coming out with all of them. It's Scorchio.
Scorchio. She's dead now, isn't she? So poor.
She was brilliant, Caroline.
She was brilliant. I loved her. Especially in the royal family, she was superb.
MotoGP is at Silverstone this weekend.
Was it this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, I might watch that tomorrow. Hello, Nige. How you doing? Nigel's in the house. Oh, nice to see you.
Hello, mate.
How you doing?
Chris keeps asking me, do I have any orcs in my Warhammer stash? I've got a feeling I have somewhere, Keith, you know. I'll have a look, mate. I've got to clear the loft out tomorrow because obviously we might have the roofers turning up Monday. So if I get time tomorrow, I'll have a route around because I've got to send Petra some pictures as well. I'll try and get to it tomorrow.
Anyone, Mark Shillard's asking, anyone remember Naked Video? That rings a bell.
Naked Video?
I think it was a sketch show, wasn't it, if I remember rightly?
I remember Eurotrash.
I'll tell you what popped up on my YouTube feed yesterday, and don't ask me why. It was the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Club.
Oh, that was that Griff Rhys-Jones and Mel Smith and all that?
No, that was Laff Smith and Jones, that was. But this one was like, it was like a club in Yorkshire somewhere, I think. It was called the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Club, and they had like
I have heard of it.
And they had that Norman Collier on who did the broken microphone.
Yeah.
And Bernard Manning was the host, and I thought, Christ, I haven't seen that for donkey's years. Yeah, I love the Far Show is one of my favourites. That's Sue Chew, sir. Did
you want it, sir? Did she, sir? Did she want it, sir? Did you give it to her, sir? Nigel's playing Bally. He's saying hello to everyone. He's playing Bally. And then he's off to the pub for a bit. Nice.
Yeah, have a nice drink, Nige. Nice to see you pop in.
Have one from me, mate, as well.
Yeah, if you can manage one, have one for me and all.
I have got some. Well, I've only got 2 cans of that cider left.
I've got a can of cider I'm drinking now, but it's only. Oh,
it's Brian there. Got fuels. Hello, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
See you there, mate. Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, go on then, Nige. Push the boat out. It's Saturday, isn't it?
Trouble is, Nige, if I have two, I'll be drunk.
Yeah, and he'll be falling off that perch, and I ain't picking him up.
No. It's a long way to go. And I ain't used to drinking a lot. Saying that, I did have 2 cans of cider yesterday.
Yeah, I did as well, didn't I? I've had a couple each night, I think.
Yeah, but yours never gets a chance to get into the bloodstream, does it? You guzzle it and then you're piddling it out 5 minutes later.
I've always been a guzzler, mate. The times I've heard, don't guzzle it, step it.
Yeah, I used to get that from me dad when we were at the dinner table. Don't eat too fast. Stop bloody eating with your mouth open, and not a race.
You're sounding like a semantic, sir.
Yeah. Take your elbows off the table.
Nigel's asking, does anyone remember topless darts? No. I would remember that.
I was going to say I would remember that, but I can't. What channel was that on? Would that have been on a Channel 4 thing? Because that was a bit sort of.
That's definitely got 90s Channel 4 written all over it.
Like Channel 4 in the 90s was like, you want to see some naked stuff? That's the place to go.
Oh, Men and Motors. Oh, that was a bit like it, wasn't it? Men and Motors.
No, that's the thing. I missed Men and Motors because I was in Sweden by then. So.
Oh yeah, Men and Motors was a bit like, you got car racing during the day, and then once it got past 9 o'clock, it was proper. It was a proper lads channel. That was. Brian prefers topless trampoline.
I can't remember ever seeing that either, but that would be.
Brian sounds my kind of guy.
that would be a feast for the eyes. They have to be careful though. They'd batter themselves to death, wouldn't they?
I'd intervene and make sure they didn't.
No, I'm just trying to think of that naked video thing. It rings a bell, but I can't remember.
What, naked darts?
No, naked video. There's a thing called naked video.
Brian also says depends on who's on the trampoline. Yeah, you're not going to want to watch. You're not going to want to watch me, are you, Brian? Let's face it.
If I was to stand on a trampoline, it'd just be the trampoline and my feet hitting the floor in the middle. On the other side. And all the springs giving it.
All the springs going, one at a time, please.
That's right, yeah. Right. James is saying a Scottish sketch show, which is a sketch show, but is that the one with Rabsy Nesbitt in it? Oi, cheeky.
Come on, nice. Come and be the cherry on the cake.
I'm putting a pebble in the rubber.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that has tickled me, that has. Yeah, it was one with Rabsy Nesbitt in it. I've got a vague recollection of it. So I used to like watching Rabsy Nesbitt.
I used to have to watch it to translate it for everyone. Yeah, James is saying yes.
I was there looking pebble in the
How are you now?
No, I was just thinking about that pebble in a rubber glove. That's just got me. I've been giggling about that for ages now.
Gary's off. Cheers, Gary.
Cheers, Gary. All the best, mate. My folks tried putting the subtitles on for Rabsy. I had a little bit of an advantage there because my best mates at school, well, he still is one of my best mates in England now. His parents were from Scotland, so I was sort of like brought up with the understanding the accent, if you know what I mean.
Monkey's there.
Hi, Paul. How you doing?
Well, mate.
Hope you've had a nice evening out. Have you been out, or just out? Hope you're all okay.
Yeah.
So what are people building in the chat at the moment then? Are we have we all been busy or
Paul's, they've just been over their boys for dinner. Chinese, was it?
Nice. Very nice. Hope you had some something nice to eat.
Oh. Yes, Chinese, nice. Paul Price is just trying to fit a AMT dragster into an AMT Chevy van. So far, so good. Ideal.
I saw a picture on the group the other day actually of the
Stephen Haynes is building the Airfix Bond bug.
Oh, that's right. I remember him saying he was going to start doing that. I got that little kit. Fancy doing that soon. Across this chat thing, did I jump a lot?
Yeah. Tron's Tiroli goes, I was going to start a 135th ICM Chevy truck, but it was raining on the way to the workshop, so I didn't bother. Had a nap instead. Don't blame you, mate.
Sounds good.
Tron's my week went down the tubes with problems at school and a surveying crew showing up unexpectedly on the street, which is always a sign of a coming apocalypse. Keeps building the Rebel 125-56 Chevy Custom and also still having the Ashima Evo Final Edition, finding it hard to get some bench time at the moment, though. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate.
David's still going my modern British infantry and scimitar for my Afghan Dio.
Also, today he cleaned his telescope mirror, which was a bit fraught.
I can imagine that's quite a... Got to be quite careful doing that sort of thing, I would imagine.
Yeah. Not that I know anything about telescopes.
No, but a telescope mirror, in my mind, means you've got to be extremely careful cleaning it, because the slightest little scratch and you're buggered, aren't you? Paul's saying, haven't done much, been catching up with old workmates most of the week. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Cool. Always nice to catch up with old friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's something that I find myself trying to do quite often, but always gets put off for one reason or another.
A bit harder for you, isn't it, trying to catch up with work friends when
that's
they're in this side of the water.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I use Facebook, is to keep in touch with old friends in the UK. But I mean, I've been here such a long time now. I've got old friends here as well, if you know what I mean. I haven't seen for years. So
yeah.
Wendy's in.
Hello, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. How are you doing? Any more? What scale was that Afghan Dio you're doing, David? Is it 135th? 135th? Or is it 148th?
Sluggo's still best buds with his army bud from the 70s. Nice.
I think there's something special with the army boys, though, isn't it? There's a kinship that normal people don't really have.
Yeah.
If you sort of stood toe to toe fighting and trying to keep each other alive, it makes you sort of... I would imagine there is a very special bond between, because I see it with my brother-in-law. He was in the Paras and fought in the Falklands and in the First Gulf War. He's got a very special relationship with his old army mates, completely different to any of his other friends. I think it's probably, I don't know, there's some kind of understanding between them. They've seen things and done things that a normal person wouldn't. So I would imagine it's a special kinship, I would have thought.
My other half's in.
You what?
My other half's in.
George?
Yeah, George is in.
Yeah, George. Hope you're all right. Hope that woman hasn't been trying to beat you up at work.
Keith played pool on Thursday, first to 10 frames in a singles comp and lost by 1. Oh, unlucky, mate.
He was quite the pool player back in the day, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Sluggo just did it on the nail on the head there. We die for each other. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Oh God. George is asking, you'll never guess where I am.
She's either downstairs or she's on the toilet.
No. Her hobby is bath.
Oh right, she's in the bath.
Yeah, she'll be there till 3 a.m. I would have thought.
A bloody shriveled up prune by then, wouldn't she? Yeah, Dave's saying, yes, Aid, it's the 135th. The figures are Gecko and the Simmer is the AFV Club one. Nice. Look forward to seeing that. I've always fancied doing a modern sort of Afghan dio. And I bought a couple of Airfix kits, the 148th ones, but when I got the figure set, I thought, no, I won't be doing them because they are absolutely minute, and I struggled to paint 135th figures, so 148's got no hope.
My back's set now. I've got to go to the toilet.
All right. Oh, scraping the bottom of the barrel there, James. Couldn't decide what scale to use. Yeah, I remember you saying you used to play at quite a high standard now. Keith, with the in the pool league. We had, what was I going to say? Managed to watch Reach for the Sky yesterday, which I hadn't seen for a long, long time. Forgotten how good a film that is. About Mr. Barder. Most enjoyable. Absolutely, David. Completely and utterly agree. Anybody that's just willing to put their life on their line for their country and their compadres has my respect, no doubt whatsoever. Shame that they're not treated the way they should be treated in society. It's not too bad here because the Swedish people are sort of normal, sort of neutral, so there's not a lot of veterans about, but I know the veterans get a hard time both in the States and in the UK. It's awful.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Oh,
You gotta go.
Yeah, it arrived really quickly.
Hans asking which part of Sweden I'm living. I've got some friends in the region of Mariannelund. I'm in Trollhättan, which is where the Saab factory was. It's about 80 kilometers north of Gothenburg. So Mariannelund, I'm not quite sure where that is. I'll have to look, see if I can find where that is.
Cheers, Nige. Nige is off.
Cheers, Nige. It's a long way from me, David. That's over towards the east coast, and I'm almost on the west coast. About half and half on the west coast I am. Right at the foot of the big lake, Vernon, which is, I do believe, is still the biggest inland waterway in Europe, I think. It's huge. I've been here a long time. Came over in 1986 and never really looked back.
David Bennett's there.
Hi, David.
Hi, David. Hi, mate.
David Robertson saying now we have to listen to those wokey arseholes at the BBC calling the Dambusters raid infamous. That's a disgrace, yeah. It's getting worse, this woke business. It's, I don't know, I just don't know where it's going to stop or whether it will stop at all. Tron's off. He said, okay, folks, my dehydration headache is making it real tough to read the chat. So I'm going to say good night and wish you all well. Take care, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Get plenty of liquids down you. Let me feeling better soon. But it's, I don't know, this woke business, it's just taking over the world at the moment, and it's doing my headache.
It's nobody just gets on with it anymore, do they? There's too many Karens about.
Right, Dave, Dan's off. Right, folks, I've been told that it's bedtime, so stay classy and don't do anything I wouldn't do.
No, we wouldn't do that, Dan.
No, not at all. All the best, mate. No, it's, I don't know, it's, people are just got too much time on their hands. And everybody's offended by something, and you just, freedom of speech has gone out the window. Sorry, Chris.
Even sticking bits of plastic together can cause, like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
there's
friction.
It's and people get offended with things, and they just can't. Jess is in.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, Jess. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're well. No, people just can't. They just seem to get offended by everything nowadays, and it causes friction all over the place. And I'm of that sort of ilk. Life's too short.
Yeah.
Life's far too short to bicker and bloody about stupid stuff. But I mean, the woke stuff is just really worrying, because it means that freedom of speech is going out the window. It doesn't exist anymore.
No.
And it's you can't, you have to be on. I'm sick of tiptoeing all the time.
I think that's half the reason why I shut myself away and don't get involved too much with the outside world.
Yeah.
Just do my thing and then just go in.
No, it's a sad situation, this, but it's the world's not getting any better. It's getting worse. It's like David says, dread to think what the world's going to be like when my granddaughter grows up. She's only 7, and I'm exactly this. I think the same, David. I've got my grandkids are, well, the oldest one's 9 and the youngest one's 3. and it's scary to think what the world's going to be like when they're growing up.
Mm.
Christ, Sluggo, you've been. Did you have a TV when you were out there or not? I've got 12 grandkids.
Jesus. I bet he dreads Christmas.
Christmas and birthdays. Christ, that's. I'm surprised you can afford to do any modelling at all. 12 grandkids. It's worrying.
It is. Very worrying. Hey, Wolfie, I shan't be late to bed tonight.
No, you didn't sleep too well last night, did you?
I didn't sleep. Not one wink of sleep. We went to bed, and I lay there, couldn't settle, and I ended up going downstairs and putting a tally on with a cup of tea. And that's
horrible when you can't sleep, though, isn't it?
That's where I stayed till 8 o'clock this morning, and then I went back to bed, and I had about 2 hours kip.
At least you got 2 hours in.
Yeah.
The thing is, you've got a lot on your mind at the moment, haven't you, with your mum and whatever, and the house and all that sort of stuff.
It's the worst week I've had for a long time for sleep. I don't think I've got any sleeping tablets left.
Well, you've got a lot going on in you with your mum. I mean, that's a massive worry. That would keep anybody awake. So
yeah.
And then you got your scaffolding up and all your house being done.
Well, yeah, I think that's caught me off guard because we weren't expecting that till the end of the month. And I had things, not that they really upset anything, but it's just like why are you here sort of thing.
Yeah. But I mean, having sort of like builders around and getting it causes a little bit of turmoil anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
James was saying my late grandfather took part in the Scharnhorst raids. I commented on some review of the Scharnhorst, and the reply I got was disgusting. I mean, I've been in groups, like military groups, like tank groups, where people have complained about that you're building German tanks.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, well, just because I'm English, does that mean I have to only build British armor or English or British armor then, or planes and stuff? It's just, I don't know whether these people, what they get off on is just ridiculous. Can't say and started building aircraft and tanks, but that was related to war. So was to war was a comment. Then started racing cars. That was an issue nowadays with CO2. What can I build without being criticised? Just build what you want, Han. To hell with what people say and do. It is just build what you want. If it offends them, it's their problem, not yours, is it?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
It's like when people criticise you. I mean, we've always had a sort of an ethic of saying if you've got nothing nice to say about someone's modelling skills or modelling model builds, don't say anything. But some people just can't keep their mouth shut. And I've had all sorts of people tell me what's right and wrong about the stuff that I build, and I always just say to them, well, I'm not building it for your enjoyment. I build it for my enjoyment. I don't give a monkeys what you think of it.
No. Thank you, Jackie and Lee. Much appreciated. For saying we're thinking about you and your mum. Thanks, guys. Oh, excuse me.
Khan said he was just being sarcastic. I mean, yeah, but you might be just being sarcastic, Khan, but that's the sad truth out there. I've been criticised for building war stuff, but in my mind, the wars should never be forgotten. And a lot of people just want to brush it all under the carpet, don't they? What actually happened, because they just can't face the horrific truth, I suppose. And I think that modelling is a way of keeping the memory of the fallen, alive. And it's the same with, I know there's a huge amount of veterans that use modelling as a way to keep their PTSD and stuff at bay. And they do quite a lot of war, their own sort of like military stuff, don't they?
Yeah. David Robinson saying he picked up the Airfix Golden Hind yesterday for later down the line. Couldn't help having a quick look. Deck's a bit warped, but should be a fun build.
Golden Hind. That's quite an old kit, isn't it? The Golden Hind one.
Yeah.
That would be part of the Airfix Classic range, I think.
It would be now, wouldn't it? Oh, excuse me.
You look knackered, mate.
I am absolutely shattered.
Well, you want to finish off early today, or?
Yeah, I'll go a bit longer yet, but I ain't going to go.
No.
Not have a late one. Just struggling.
Absolutely. I go.
1 weeks.
Then Mark, they forget if there wasn't a war, they might not be here today.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. It is a tribute to those the fallen, or not just the fallen, people that fought in the wars and came back as well. I always think of it as a tribute. There's always a reason behind why I'm doing particularly kit or particularly military stuff. "1977 tooling," David said.
That's like me A10 behind me.
And in 1977, when it came out, it was probably sort of,
state of the art.
State of the art, the bee's knees, but
yeah,
probably leaves a little bit to be desired up to today's standards, but but it's you can't always go on today's standards, can you? That's why I looked at that Bond bug I bought. That's an Airfix Classic. All right, they've redone the clear parts, but there ain't that many parts to it. That's not even a weekend build. That's if I put my mind to it, I could have that finished in an evening.
Yeah.
James is saying, if my aunt hadn't let go of a lamppost, I wouldn't be here. The 65 bus they missed as a family got hit by a V1. Bloody hell. That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's all like the thing. It all happens for a reason. Things like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I've read stories about people that should have been on aeroplanes and the planes have crashed and all sorts of stuff like that. I've never experienced anything like that. Well, I don't know myself, but the only thing that I've ever had a bit of a sort of like that was a stroke of luck was on the way to work about, I don't know, it's about 5 or 6 years ago. I overtook a car because it was driving really slowly in the morning. And as I overtook the car, I looked in the rear view mirror and put the indicator on to move in, and a deer ran out in front of the car that I'd just overtaken, and he hit it. And I thought, was that meant for me, or was that... I was just thinking, if I'd have been behind him, he would have still hit the deer, but I might have run into him.
Yeah. It's all if only, isn't it?
Yeah. That's right, Sluggo. World wars. We are a nation of brothers for our freedoms. Allies.
Yeah. David loves watching the videos that people put on of the old kit catalogues. Yeah, there's a...
I had to clean out in my cellar a couple of months ago, and I must have found about 10 old Tamiya catalogues. But that was in the days they used to give you the Tamiya catalogues. They used to give them away free at the model shops.
Yeah.
Didn't know you have to pay about 15 quid for them nowadays?
Yeah, I can remember having them free in the toy shops and all that.
Yeah.
And now, like you say, yeah, they're like, what? The Tamiya one's stupid money.
It's about 15 quid, the Tamiya catalogue.
I thought it was more like 30.
Well, maybe it is, I don't know. But the last time I looked, maybe I was looking for, you can down, the digital one was 15 quid. Then
I don't know. I might be wrong, mate, to be honest. I usually am.
But I use that, I use an auction site in Sweden, and there's always a load of catalogues up for auction.
Yeah,
people logging old catalogues and that. There are collector's items, aren't they? But I found about 4 or 5 old Tamiya catalogues down there. I've kept them. They're from sort of late 70s, early 80s. I can't get around people. Why would you pay for a catalogue for something you're gonna, you're gonna buy one of their kits, sort of thing?
Mm.
I suppose it's printing costs. I mean, because the range that Tamiya have got, it's not just a catalogue anymore, is it? It's a book.
Yeah.
It's the same with the Airfix one. I think you have to pay for that, don't you?
I think you've got to pay for them all, I think, haven't you?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all, actually.
You playing with that Metro again?
No, I'll just move that. I've got one piece of glass that won't stick, and it's doing my head in.
Oh, Wendy says Tamiya catalogue $15.29. Told you I would be wrong.
But I still think that's a lot of money for a catalogue.
Well, it is, isn't it? Because all like the next year's evolution of it is like the new kits that's coming out this year and whatever they discontinued.
Yeah, that's right. I just think it's a bit of a con.
Like James says, a 70s Tamiya catalogue, most of the kits they still do.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah, but they do.
Yeah.
I just find it a little bit of a. I think it's a bit of a con. The catalogue thing. I haven't looked in the catalogue for donkeys. I just I'm more of a look online sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it can be a bit of a faff, I suppose, always looking online. But that's,
George 364, he says, in principle, Tamiya has the catalogue online. Yeah, you're right, they do.
But I think Tamiya's website is a little bit lacking. It's very basic.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
For a big company like that, you thought it would be sort of like all bells and whistles, and I quite find it sort of disappointing when I go out on Tamiya's website to look for something.
Do you think it's the fact that they don't need to advertise it, really, do they? Because their stuff just sells, doesn't it?
I don't know. I just don't know. I find it quite sort of disappointing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I totally agree.
It just seems odd that a big company like Tamiya would have such a sort of like. It's not a bad website, but it's just sort of it's lacking something. Yeah, that's right, David. It's like David's saying, it's like branded gear. I would never buy a shirt with Nike all over it. Why would you want to pay money to advertise them? Perhaps I'm turning into a victim now, Drew. I don't believe it.
I mean, I have got some branded gear. Like my shoes, I buy branded gear, but
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you want, I agree with David in that sense, but if you want to buy sort of like quality clothing and all that sort of stuff, 9 times out of 10 it comes with a name on it.
Yeah, I can't be picky where I buy my clothes.
No, I can't because of my size, but you know, it's but 9 times out of 10 it comes with a name on it, and okay, you're probably paying a good chunk of whatever you're paying for a t-shirt, say, for the name, because it's got Nike or Adidas or whatever written on it. And I think the same goes for some kits as well. You pay for a name that's on the kit.
Yeah.
It's the same with everything. You buy a Merc, and it could be the biggest pile of garbage you've ever bought, but it's got a Mercedes badge on it, and you paid a lot of money. You paid over the odds for it. You'd pay a lot with full names nowadays. I always have done, I think.
Yeah. I mean, where I buy my clothes, they do brand names and budget. So I buy more budget than I do brand names for clothes.
It's a case of having to, because you can't afford to buy the brand names all the time.
Well, and the shoes that I buy, I always buy them when they're in the sale. I never buy full market.
Yeah, I do. They're always, they're 50% off because they're last year's model. I thought, I'm 60. Who gives a crap about last year's?
I've been buying Reebok trainers and that because I was Nike. I used to wear Nike all the time. And I wear Reebok now, but I can get them for like 25, 30 quid a pair.
Yeah.
And they're really comfy.
Yeah, I've got a couple of Reeboks in the cupboard. But I'm into Adidas at the moment because of the problems with my ankle, my foot swells up.
Yeah.
I have to buy a size up from what I normally have. So I'd normally have a 10.5 or an 11 in a trainer. So I always buy a 12. So that limits me to what trainers you can buy. Because when you get to 12 or 13s, there ain't much to pick. from. If you want to ride a Merc, I'd call a taxi. Yeah.
I don't want. I drove a Merc lorry once. That was enough.
Yeah, my dad had a Merc, and he said he had Jags and Jensens and all sorts of cars, and he bought a Merc once, and he said it was the worst. He only had it about 3 months. Said worst car he's ever had. No, I've never been a big Mercedes fan. I like the look of some of the cars, but I've never been a big Mercedes fan at all. If you're talking German, I would think I would go BMW most times, but even their cars are starting to look awful. Now they've changed that grille. They've made a right pig's ear of that grille on the new front of the new BMW. Not a kidney grille anymore. No, you're right, George. There's not a lot of choice in large sizes or small sizes there.
I mean, it's better now. It's better than it ever has been.
Yeah, it is better.
It is better, but you can't get the nice. If you want to buy a nice outfit for going out, you're limited then.
Yeah,
but polo shirts, t-shirts, and stuff like that. There's loads of them about.
Yeah, it's yeah, BMW are definitely compensated with that grille because it looks bloody horrible to me. It doesn't just they've ruined the front of the cars.
Thank you. Slogo says, "Do Brits have a say in Monday or Friday car? If you had we have the Friday afternoon car, and it's always the Friday afternoon one."
Yeah, we got a Monday morning or a Friday afternoon. Monday morning when everybody's hungover from the weekend, the first couple of cars that roll off the line, there's going to be issues. And then Friday afternoon when everybody's just thrashing stuff on because it's getting close to going home. George is saying that I think current BMWs are ugly. I would say that a lot of new cars are mostly ugly nowadays.
There's not a lot new coming out that's
I have an issue with all these new cars that are coming out at the moment. They're all trying to make them look like space shuttles. There's bloody fins and bloody wings and bloody styling lines all over the place, and they've.
What's that on the Type R thing? That's stupid.
Looks like a transformer, doesn't it?
It does. You just think if you painted it yellow, it'll turn into Bumblebee at any one time.
It's no, I don't know why. I mean, all right, you've been thinking about the aerodynamics, all that sort of stuff, but we're talking about people that drive, not that fast.
Yeah,
you can't drive anywhere on most roads anywhere in the world. We're going to need aerodynamics. It's sort of. And it's like, I don't know. It's like they had a spout in the 70s with a striping car. In the 80s, didn't they? Striping them on Carlos Fandango wheels and God knows what on them. And it was just. That's right. I used to work at British Leyland, David. We used to call them night shift cars. If you got a car that was built with a night shift, you're going to say half of it was missing. Because most of them were asleep while the cars were passed on the line.
They were either asleep or on strike. One of the two.
One of the two, yeah. Yeah. Oh, those were the days. He was going to work Monday. You didn't know whether, if you clocked in, you didn't know whether you would be clocking out for 10 minutes later. Because somebody had said something to the foreman, there was a tools down, and then that's it. All out, brothers. And oh no, not again.
Oh, it's that carry on at your convenience. That's a mockery of that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
When I first started, obviously I was an apprentice for 4 years, apprentice toolmaker, and we weren't allowed to strike, so we had to go through the picket line. That was not very nice. You weren't allowed to strike until you'd got your come out and finish your time.
Yeah.
But I think I'd got my blue overalls, finished my apprenticeship, got my blue overalls. Within 2 weeks, I was on strike.
Jackie saying good night to Chris and Aid. Take care and be safe from Jackie and Lee. Lee is live at 5 o'clock on Sunday.
All right, nice one. Come and check that out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cheers, Jackie and Lee. Take care.
Thanks for
all the
coming
best.
Yeah, I'm going to call it on the head in a minute because I'm absolutely.
Yeah, you look like you're flagging, mate. You need to get some sleep.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's been a stressful old week with your mum and the builders and all that sort of stuff to try and get some kip.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been going for a good while anyway. So going for
an hour and a half, haven't we? So.
That's right. We've got a nice little chat with people, and people have popped in. Don't forget to pop your thumbs up.
Yeah, I always forget to promote the thumbs up thing.
Yeah, get your thumbs up in there. I'm gonna go and do mine now.
All your thumbs downs, whatever. I don't even know if I've done mine, to be honest. I can't even remember.
Well, I've done mine now, so. But yeah. Don't forget. Hopefully, we're back to normal with the full crew next week.
Yeah. Weird not being here, isn't it?
It is odd them not being here.
Bit empty.
Yeah. But like I said, Paul did say that they were going out, but
he did.
I haven't heard anything from Richie all week, so I hope Richie's all right.
Yeah.
But don't forget, Sue's got a stream tomorrow night.
Yeah, 7:30 on Sue's channel, and again on Tuesday.
And don't forget to put your finished builds up in the group.
Yeah, I haven't got nothing. I'm all out of finished builds. I've got nothing left that I haven't already shown. So,
well, I put my ton and my Saab J29 out there today, but that's the only without opening my cupboard and having to dust off.
Yeah.
Something I've got. Well, hopefully, but by the next time it goes up, I'll have this Metro done and dusted. But
yeah,
I'm back to work Monday after 2 weeks off. So, yeah. So, yeah. All right, everybody.
Right, we'll call it there.
Thank you very much for popping in and saying hi.
Thanks for chatting, keeping us going, keeping me awake.
Yep. Stay safe, everybody. Happy modelling.
And we'll see you all later.
See you all soon again.
Yeah.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.